Chile mourns the death of 9 after an accident between a truck and a minibus in its central Norwegian region on Wednesday. The bus was traveling along the 866G route, which is also known as the Route of Fruits, headed west at kilometer 25 when it collided with a lorry that was going in the opposite direction, towards east. According to local media, 8 of the 11 occupants of the minibus died at the scene. A few hours later, a 9th person was confirmed dead in a nearby hospital. Among the victims was also the driver of the minibus. The minibus was carrying agricultural workers. The circumstances behind the crash are still being investigated. Presidential delegate to the Norwegian region, Ricardo Guzman, has considered the accident is one of the biggest this year.
British socialite Elaine Maxwell was found guilty by a U.S. jury on Wednesday for helping the late financier Jeffrey Epstein sexually abuse teenage girls. Maxwell was convicted on 5 of 6 counts. Maxwell, who's 60 years old, was accused of recruiting and grooming 4 teenagers for Epstein between 1994 and 2004. Her former boyfriend Epstein killed himself in 2019 in a Manhattan jail cell while awaiting trial on sex abuse charges of his own. Maxwell dated Epstein for several years in the 1990s, the pair attending many high society parties and traveling on luxurious private jets together. Maxwell could be sentenced up to 70 years in jail. She also faces 2 perjury counts that will be tried separately. Along with the trials of movie producer Harvey Weinstein and singer R. Kelly, Maxwell's case is among the highest-profile trials to take place in the wake of the Me Too movement, which encouraged women to speak out about sexual abuse by famous and powerful people. During the trial's closing arguments in Manhattan federal court, a prosecutor stated that Maxwell was Epstein's partner in crime. Maxwell's attorneys have argued she was being used as a scapegoat for Epstein and sought to portray the accounts of her 4 accusers as not credible, saying their memories had been corrupted over the decades and that they were motivated by money.
Greek divers have discovered the wreckage of an Italian submarine 80 years after it was sunk by the Allied forces in the Aegean Sea during World War II. The Yangina, which had sailed from the Greek island of Leros with 48 sailors on board, sank on July 5, 1941 after being hit by torpedoes fired by British submarine SMS Torbay. It was discovered last month by Kostas Chokyarides, one of the Greece's best-known divers, and his team, south of the island of Mykonos at a depth of 103 meters using a remotely operated underwater vehicle, the ROV Sofer Achilles, which carried out a detailed visual inspection of the wreckage. A maritime expert say naval history is like a puzzle, and this is a part of that puzzle. The confrontation of 2 submarines is a rare naval event. Yangina's identity was verified using records from Italy's Naval History Office. It's the 4th submarine located and identified by Chokyarides.